Back, True Seeker. This video is dedicated to the students at the University of Kansas. This past Sunday, October 1st, early in the morning, it was reported that a shooter at random with no motive killed 3 people and injured 2 more. In case you're new here, I've been exposing since 2013 how every single day the news is manufactured by a numerical code which comes from Kabbalah, the belief that God created the world by merging the letter with the number. Historically, this knowledge is only known to elites, and it still would only be known to elites if I hadn't broken the code in 2013. Ever since then, been showing how every single day news is manufactured by this code like clockwork. So think about it. October 1st, that date in the majority of the world is written 1/10. A lot like 110, the University of Kansas, they're called the Jayhawks. The word Jayhawk equals 110, just like the date. Also interesting, Jayhawk equals 25 and 38, just like the word death. The campus is on the 38th parallel. Jayhawk also happens to sum to 79, which is a great number for basketball, and as we know, this is one of the best basketball programs in the nation. You know, James Naismith has the connections to this school. 79 is the 22nd prime number. Basketball equals 22. But 79 also has a fateful side. Murder equals 79. So fateful numbers coded into Jayhawk, and here's a fateful story on the perfect day, October 1st. 3 dead, 2 injured after shooting in crowded Kansas college town. And I'll just read the article. Gunfire erupted early Sunday in a popular downtown area of a Kansas college town, leaving 3 people dead and 2 wounded, police said. The shooting happened around 1:45 a.m. Look at the address, 145, 1450. 1:45 a.m., not far from police headquarters in Lawrence. And what have I been saying? The real killers in this world are the police. It is corrupt police who are carrying out these false flags, including killing people at random. If people are truly dead in Las Vegas, no doubt the exact same thing went on there. If you missed my work on Las Vegas, check it out. It will be scrubbed from the web very soon. Google's been censoring my content quickly. But not far from police headquarters. I mean, imagine being a killer. Are you going to do your shooting by the police headquarters? This only happens in these manufactured stories. In an area crowded with people from concerts, bars, and events at the nearby University of Kansas, which was celebrating the start of a college basketball season. And of course, I mean, college life. You're out partying late on Saturday night into Sunday morning. Officers heard more than 20 gunshots. Remember, the word death also has Gematria 20. Interim Police Chief Anthony Brixius said. Brixius said responding officers found several people wounded in a large crowd. Interim Police Chief Anthony Brixius said that the responding officers found several wounded people in a large crowd. Who wrote this article? I mean, what kind of writing is this? The victims who died were identified as 22-year-old. Okay, this is for a basketball jump-off. I just told you basketball equals 22. And down below, I'll link the Gematria Calculator. The 4 base ciphers are based on the alphabetic order, forwards and backwards. Ordinal, the basketball, ordinal is the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z is 26. Reverse ordinal is just the opposite. Z is 1, A is 26. And reduction is using the rules of numerology. So let's just go to J, the 10th letter. In English ordinal, J is 10, but in reduction, it's 1. In reverse, J is 17. In reduction, it's 8. 1 plus 7 is 8. 1 plus 0 is 1. If we do K, the 11th letter, 1 plus 1 is 2. In reverse, 1 plus 6 is 7. If you learn the alphabetic order A to Z, 1 to 26, the formula for reverse is just 27 minus the alphabetic order letter placement. So, 27 minus K, the 11th letter, is 16 in reverse ordinal. P's the 16th letter. So 27 minus 16 will be 11 in reverse ordinal. You see? See how it works? So very simple, elementary basketball. Again, 22. And, in the NBA, the best basketball city historically is Boston. You see how Boston's 22-85, just like basketball? They've won 17 championships in the NBA. You learn this code, you see how all of professional sports is rigged, how all of collegiate sports is rigged, how your news is scripted. This is the code to know. There's not a single program you could take at the University of Kansas or any college campus and learn more than just by studying Gematria. Gematria is the most relevant knowledge you can have in this world. There's nothing that even comes close. Nothing that's even close. Because your world is run by Kabbalists, and they do everything this way. So if you want to understand the world around you, learn Gematria, learn the Kabbalah code, and then you'll have the vision to see what's really going on. So they give us the names of these students. We'll talk about these names. They said the shooting happened at 1:45 a.m. Remember, the Jesuits run the world of college athletics and so much more. The Jesuits are the Masonic order within the Catholic Church. It was the Catholic Church that recovered the Kabbalah code after the Crusades when the Knights Templar brought it back. The heart of the Masonic evil network in this world is in the Catholic Church. They are the Jesuits. So, no coincidence that the shooting's at 1:45 a.m. And then, as I exposed, the Las Vegas shooting ritual was synced up with the Jesuit order. Remember? March 25th, during the basketball tournament, which I called exactly what would happen before any games were played, called exactly what the championship game would be, who would win, why the Carolinas would do so well, how it all had to do with the Jesuits and the news and the bathroom bill. And the next thing you knew, the Lady Cocks were the champions. Anyway, that shooting March 25th in Vegas, that was when the two Jesuit schools were playing, Xavier and Gonzaga. From that shooting to the next Las Vegas strip shooting was 191 days later. Society of Jesus equals 191, the Jesuit order. But also, Catholic 145, Masonic Temple 145, 145 shooting at 1450 Jayhawk Boulevard. No, sir, this is propaganda. This is propaganda. If these students are really dead, if these are real people, they were murdered by the police. With regards to 145, it's also the 105th minute of the day. Zionism equals 105. Masonry equals 105. These are the institutions that run this nation. As for 10/1, that's a lot like 101, the word assassin 101. You know, that's what we had in Vegas. We had an assassin supposedly up on the 32nd floor killing over 50 and shooting over 500 more. Nearly 600 people impacted supposedly from one shooter. Hard to believe. One-man army. But 101 is also the 26th prime number. Kill equals 26. Lawrence, Kansas in Gematria. Interesting numbers. Kansas has the Gematria of 97 like death. And again, it's on the 38th parallel, also like death. Again, just get on here, check your base ciphers. Notice how 97 and 25 are connected to death. 97, the 25th prime. In the 97th season of the NFL, they made the touchback 25 yards. And then it concluded with a 25-point comeback on 2/5 in Tom Brady's 25th playoff win of his career in the AFC's 25th Super Bowl. And of course, along the way, there were a lot of ritual deaths that I showed. Proved that the Patriots were going to win the Super Bowl before they won it. The death of Carol Brady from the Brady Bunch, that was perfectly synced up with the Super Bowl. Go back and check it out. But they put out the names of the victims. Leah Elizabeth Brown. What stands out right away is the 93. 93. Number of Saturn, keeper of time, having to do with death and judgment. And this happened on the week of Yom Kippur, which began on the date that leaves 93 days left in the year this year. And again, Yom Kippur is about judgment for your sins. Now, to the psychopaths, they might see college students out partying in the middle of the night, drinking, sinning. You can rightfully kill these people. They're sinners on the weekend of Yom Kippur. You got to get into the mind of the psychopath that's doing this and see the way they see things. It's no coincidence that Sin City got the worst of it on the weekend of Yom Kippur. And for months I've been saying, watch, there's going to be some big false flags on the weekend of Yom Kippur, the way things line up. Another student killed, Dupree Dean, 93. And this name to me just sounds like bullshit. Dupree Dean, college dean. Probably the dean of Kansas. He's probably a Jesuit himself. You know, Jesuits, they're all over the academic institutions of this nation. Dupree also has that gematria of 33, like police, like masonry, like secrecy, like false flag. This name right here, 99. 99. Let me show you something about Yom Kippur and 99. You see that? Aaron Judge set a baseball record on Yom Kippur, the Day of Judgment. You know, he broke Babe Ruth's 96-year-old record on this day. Aaron Judge, 96. He hit his 33rd home run. He beat Babe Ruth's record of 32. And that's for home runs at Yankee Field in a season. Babe Ruth had the record of 32. Aaron Judge broke it on the Day of Judgment with 33. And it was also 157 days after Aaron Judge's birthday. The reason that matters is because 157 is the 37th prime number. So Aaron Judge set the record perfectly. Babe Ruth was born on February 6th. You know, 26, good number for baseball. Game 26. Ball game 26. Major League Baseball. 351, which is the 26th triangular number. So, you know, it's just par for the course here with the reporting. I'm guessing that nobody was really killed at this. I could be wrong. Maybe these people were targeted. But I doubt it. It looks too coded to be true. It looks like just more fear propaganda. You got your people like Jimmy Kimmel going on the TV and asking for gun control after this. The only gun control we need is police officers. Police officers should not be allowed to have guns because they're obviously the most dangerous people with them. And I guarantee you, if anybody was killed here, it was the police who are responsible for the killing. It always is. These are the real killers in our society. These are the real threat. These are the New World Order mercenaries. Police, all they have historically served are elites. That is the history of police. Police are here to protect the elites. And why do elites need protection? Because they're exploiting people. You know? Police, real devils amongst us. Do not join the police. Do not join the military. That makes you a minion of the New World Order, period. So we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Or maybe we won't. One more thing. The day after this Kansas incident, then there was a false flag shooting scare at USC, but then it turned out it was a false alarm. A professor said that there was an active shooter, but there wasn't. And what this made me think of is O.J. Simpson. You know, O.J. Simpson gets released the morning of October 1st from a county that has 101 gematria. Remember, it's all by the numbers. They put out this blurry image of O.J. Simpson that nobody can make out. But anyway, O.J. Simpson, number 32 at USC and for the Buffalo Bills, who he played for in the NFL. Then later that same day, a shooting in Nevada where he was arrested, and they said the shooter was from the 32nd floor. You know, same day, 3 dead, 2 injured at Kansas. And then, you know, the very next day, a shooting scare at USC where he played his college ball. But then it's a false alarm. USC Trojans, by the way, equals 32. Just like America equals 32, like 7/4/1776, our date of establishment has 32 numerology. The word teacher has gematria of 33, like false flag, like Simpson, like October. So you can't deny the facts. And the facts are every single news story can be decoded as simply as I do it. Just get on there, type in the keywords, and you're going to see all of these stories manufactured by the code. Remember, who was the concert in Las Vegas? Jason Aldean. J, the 10th letter. A, the 1st. A shooting on 10/1, October 1st. They said 59 killed. Jason equals 59, like kill. He's born on February 28th, the 59th day of the year. 59 is the 17th prime. Here we are in 2017. Jason, think about horror movies. Good name for a killer. And Jason Aldean, somebody who changed the spelling of his name. Why did he do that? Jason Aldean equals 33 like false flag like concert like October. They said the shooter was in room 132. The shooting came 132 days after the false flag at the Ariana Grande concert. England 132, United States of America 132, Catholic Church 132. You know? Princess Diana equaled 132, died 132 days from the Queen's birthday. All throughout history, news manufactured by the numbers. We'll see what Kansas does in basketball this year. Oftentimes these news stories tributes to the scripted sports seasons ahead, college and pro. Can't prove it any more than I already have, you know. My work is a proven science. There's nothing you could take at any university in this world that's more scientific than my research. Not even close. You know, most of this science shit they teach people about, there's no evidence to back up any of it. What's the point of teaching people about the speed of light? Who can prove it? You know? Who can prove the speed of light? Where'd they come up with this number? It's all bullshit they teach us by the numbers. Everything they teach us is all by this Kabbalah code. They're teaching you a whole bunch of bullshit that you'll never see through unless you know the code. So you better learn the code if you want to be enlightened. And guess what else? My work's free to study. You know, you don't have to pay me $50,000 a semester for me to fill your head with bullshit. I just pump out the knowledge for free, the way it should be. Until next time.